citizens. Good morning. How is your spirit? Mine is absolutely wonderful. I was preparing for my day, and I heard this song by Beyonce. I hadn't heard it in a while, so I thought I would play it while I get the morning going. And then, of course, it's sunrise on a Tuesday, so why don't we chat for a few and talk about the black tax? I was watching the news and some other things, and I saw something. It shocked me. I was like, "What? They gonna make me go back to Memphis, honey. They are going to make me take my ass to Tennessee, because my city, my city. I may have laughed as a small girl, but Memphis is always in me. It stings to me, and the things I saw in this video we're gonna watch, this clip that we're gonna watch in a few, it just it took me. I'm like, there's no way these little people are going through this. But then I'm watching this clip, right? And I hear this mother, and she's like, the children gotta go to school, though. And I stopped. I was like, no, the hell they don't. That's what they got you for, homie. Hey, mountain girl, good morning. How's your spirit, love? I hope today is better than yesterday. At least started off on a much better note. So there's that. Thanks for joining me. Um, well, us. Lair Lair is back there, and there are many people here in spirit. So thank you for joining us this morning. I am very bad about saying when I'm going to go live. Oh, it's 5:55 in the desert on March 21st, 2023. Do you know where your homies are? Are they okay? Have your gremlins come home? Are your chickens roosting or resting? What is going on with you this Tuesday morning? I'm broadcasting live from the desert in Tucson, Arizona. Oh, wow. I feel like I'm going to have to be able to tell y'all where I am, because sooner than later I'm going to be in different places. I've got things I plan on doing. I plan on climbing a mountain before I get out of Tucson, but there's some things that I got to do, and not all of them are in this state, in this country. Dare I say, even on this planet. Oh shit, now. It is um the beginnings of an interesting morning. It's supposed to rain today, which is why I'm already not outside. That alone is too much pressure. Um, okay, so let's talk about this and get an understanding. What happens for many of us who have chronic illnesses, also those of us who have injuries in joint areas, okay? What happens the bone cancer folks too, I think you all probably suffer at these days the absolute worst. However, the pressure in the air, right? It builds, and that pressure pushes down on the human body. Those of you who are not sensitive in that way, you just experience, like, mugginess or whatever. But those who have certain chronic illnesses or disabilities, what some would call even hidden disabilities. Um, they're experiencing this heavy weight pulling them down. It's like gravity has the affinity for them from above and below. So it's like this, like hanging on kind of thing. And so that's when you'll find that many of us have decided to go prone that day. We're just not going to get out of bed until we need to. That's just what it is. I am someone who chooses to fight for my physicality. The longer that you are immobile, the more that your muscles are going to atrophy. You're not going to be able to use them. So we can't lay in bed every day. We have to get up and we have to move. And if we are already bed bound, someone needs to be making sure that we are moving our limbs constantly. It needs to be an effort. That's why I said, like, and in the beginning, when I did not know whether or not I was going to be able to get up and walk again, I was just lifting the plushies in bed, anything that I could to keep myself going. Real talk, y'all. It's one thing to have these chronic illnesses before um, February of 2022, okay? To be diagnosed in 2017, to have my first flare in 2015, that's a long ass freaking journey, right? To 2022. Those 7 years alone was enough to do me. I was telling people religiously, yo, if I ever get a chance to get out of this body, I'm not getting back into it. 2020 happens. Brain is like, fuck this. We gonna split for real, for real. Now I gotta deal with complex PTSD with dissociative identity disorder on top of all the chronic illnesses. So when I pass in 2022, right? Oh shit, me. Hey, you I had a right to lay in that bed and just let this shit do whatever it's gonna do for the rest of my fucking life, and shouldn't nobody hold that against me. But real talk, can't. You got to get up. I had to teach myself how to walk. I had to teach myself. Ain't nobody over here in this little apartment with me. I've not been in anybody's hospital. I brought me back. I keep me alive. That's it. That's the fight regardless of whether or not you know it. Doctors know you for 30 minutes in the office. They don't remember you when they take their ass the fuck home. Get real. Let's talk about it. Let's be about this. Good morning, Von Erich Shaklarich. How you doing? You have to get up every day and move. I don't care if it's just going to the kitchen and make it. When people, baby, they call it the missing 22. What it is it's like 22,000 people a year, something like that, who end up being diagnosed, and they will stay in their bed, they will stay on their couch, they will stay in their rooms, and they will stay. Sorry, I watched Night at the Museum where he said, stay at the door. Anyway, they will stay. Okay? In that bed. Someone was like, I've been in my room for 6 fucking years. 6 years? You've been in your bedroom? Nah, fucking way. No way in hell is that gonna be me today. No. Hey, for the record, that's a tax that black folks can't pay. I say that full fucking throatedly. Be mad at me if you want to. You know what it takes for me to be able to lay my ass down in the bed for 6 fucking years. But that's just not sustainable. It's coming to a head. There's too many people being diagnosed with chronic illnesses, and nobody can afford the tax for that shit. That's why they want to raise the retirement age. That's why they keep fucking with disability. That's why they're always investigating people. Let's talk about it. Who was milking the system and lying first? Lair, how you doing this morning, my love? Your homie, Von Erich, she was checking on you. He looked like he still lived from whatever it was y'all did last night, Von Erich. You won't tell me what y'all did? Apparently. I mean, his eyes are a little glossy and glazed, Von Erich. He back there. I know y'all can't see him in the dark, but... Larry, you want to say what's up? Ta-da! See? That's the truth about it, Mountain Girl. The longer you lay there, the more you're going to hurt. The longer it's going to be harder to get up every time you try to get up. It's going to feel like someone has stolen your life force when you just get out of bed. Dude, there were days that I had to drag myself from the couch to the bathroom, and it wasn't that far. I know what people are going through. I'm not talking out the side of my motherfucking neck. Von Erich, I don't believe you. I believe that you and Larry was on the spiritual plane doing something y'all ain't had no business doing. It was fun and it was funny. It's a stuff of great dreams, I'm sure, but I believe you and Larry was out there up to no good. If anybody is going to get the little cousin Larry in trouble, it's going to be Von Erich. Because you figure you can talk me down from fussing at him for doing the wrong thing. See, this is a problem with cousins and whatnot. This is when it gets to be a situation. Cousins? Yeah. Because see, cousins got that favorite auntie, and aunties got that favorite niece or nephew. Yeah. So if that's the cousin that's hanging out with auntie's child, it's a troublesome situation out here. It is. Yeah, mountain girl. Mostly rainy and cloudy days. I will say this: it also does kind of depend on where you are from, what you can tolerate. Right? I've been blessed to be all over, have gone several places in my life, so to speak, and so like adjusting to the climate change now for me is more like a the chameleon type thing where I have to use the environment around me to regulate my temperature. I don't do it myself anymore, so to speak. But a lot of people, there's so much moisture in the air, right? And then there's the pressure, right? So it just kind of depends on which one it is. But yeah, it'll take you out. It's taken me out a couple times in my life, so I'm not gonna front on you, right? We've been here for 11 minutes and 11 seconds. We'll get into the video in a bit. Got to make sure we get the medicating in. We are still doing the High Buddy um, Blue Diamond. This is a hybrid. It is 21% THC. It's a lot of the reason why I'm not like napping as much as you all as I would were I just doing a straight indica. Later on today, when I decide that I do want to rest, I'm going to use the flower and put some apple fritter crumble on top, which is an indica dominant. And then that'll give me a nice, mellow, watch a movie, fall asleep situation going on in the midday. You know what I'm saying? So, which my midday is about 9, 10 o'clock compared to other people's midday, which is noon or 1. Right? When y'all are at the noon to 1 o'clock time frame, I don't care where you are. When you are at the noon to 1 time frame, I'm getting ready to start basically a new day. I do something called thanks to Rashawn Day for this wording, a micro day. When I began, one, to accept my diagnoses and that they were going to change my life. That's the tax, right? Accepting the diagnosis and how it's going to affect your life, that's a tax. That was taxing to me, right? And it was draining me of my spirit, trying to figure out how I was going to pay this tax and live the life that I wanted to live. So I began simply by trying to build a day around my capabilities, my functionality at the time, and then attempting to grow my functionality. As a result, I expanded my spiritual domain far greater than I ever could this physical body. My spirit is too big for this body. No matter what happens, this is how spirits live on in the world around us, sight unseen. My spirit's too big for this body at this point. But I say all of that to say that it started with a micro day. It started with what can I get done in an hour? Can I get my room clean in this hour? Can I get my such and such done in 30 minutes? Can I get my self-care done today without being out of breath? Without having to take a break in between. And when I was doing this, I was this size. I wasn't 330 something pounds. No. I wasn't something terrible was happening to me, but I still had to figure out how to survive, how to live. And I wasn't going to, I refused to survive. In 2023, if you are still surviving, there's a problem. I'm not going to say this with you. There's a problem in 2023 if someone has to try to survive. We should be thriving at this point. As a community, as a nation, as a globe, we should be thriving. The fact that people are trying to survive. That's why there has to be this great shakeup, this reset of things. The world has to adjust accordingly. But so micro days. It started with an hour, then a couple of hours, 4 hours. Really great days, I can get through an entire 8 hour, so to speak, like work shift. But for me, whenever the fatigue kicks in, that's the end of my day, right? Okay, so now we need to get into end of the day mode. What do we do before we rest, right? Do we stretch? Do we pray? What do we do, right? With what I'm glad that you were able to order some groceries, Mountain Girl. I really am. I would just say, in spaces where people don't have to do anything at all, be careful with your wording. That's it. Because $1 Cash App is an Arizona tea. It is 7 cups of instant coffee. $1 Cash App is the difference between a bus ride and walking. So we need to be real too. That's all I'm saying. Everybody should do more. No one has to do anything at all. And that is, it doesn't matter what the hell it is, y'all. By the way, I need to play this song because I was listening to a video this morning that I'm not going to mention to y'all. This is my own guilty little pleasure. I don't even bring it up. But this song came to me after I listened to this video this morning. Child, people will do anything to remain relevant, okay? Or to be relevant. To the dingbat Yanny over on Twitter, you lost your damn mind. You said Halle Berry. First of all, y'all been mad about Halle Berry being black and posted up all over the place as a representation of us for years on years on years. Now you're gonna say she's not black, she's multiracial and biracial and blah 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 blah. Y'all are really trying. Trying. Okay? Listen, I am not a Republican. I am no longer a Democrat, even though it is on my thingy. I have always really been independent, but hey, these days, bruh, I want to tell black folks, I want to tell anybody, if you do not feel satisfied by your government, pull stakes up on them motherfuckers. Don't vote. Don't give them your money. Don't do shit. See what happens. That we will not. We man, you, how many more banks y'all gonna bail out, people? It's your money, your children's money. At this point, it's your children's money. Y'all better course correct quick, fast, and in a hurry. I don't know what y'all are thinking out here. What? You had better move on cash while you can, and that means down here at the bottom. They are definitely going to make sure that we move to a cashless society before too long. And if you think you don't already have your marking, you are mistaken. Especially if you running around this space right here. They've been clocking your ass since the day you hit the live button. They already know you. They've given you a value. How many times do you think they're gonna come around down here looking for anything of value, substance, sustenance, sustainability, the ability to grow, ebb and flow with the market, the people, the timelines, and movements. You picking up what I'm putting down? Nah, you don't get it. Let's get into this video real quick. We're just going to do this one little clip. This is from NBC Live News, right? We're going to talk about Black excellence this morning. I see that the market is trying to rally, y'all. That's fantastic. Fantastic. If you can move your money, if you got money and you can get it out and get it somewhere where it's sustainable, you better do it. I'm trying to tell you. You want to know what's fluid? The market. You may not think gender is, but the market is. All right. Let me pause this.
Migrant families now stranded in Mexico. What's the World Cup experience been like? The civilian effort is not just about fighting, it's also about helping.
Every night, it's your news playlist. Top Story with Tom Llamas. Streaming weeknights at 7 on NBC News Now.
Racial inequality continues to impact communities all across the country in nearly every aspect of daily life.
And in one Memphis community, that injustice comes in the form of what some researchers are calling the black tax. NBC News correspondent Antonia Hilton joins us now with more. Antonia, good to see you in person. Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you. Look, this is a story about possible financial discrimination. And often when we talk about discrimination in financial markets, it can be hard to visualize who's been impacted, hard to see the evidence in your everyday life. That's not the case in Memphis, where residents have for years been living under debt with serious struggles to raise money for their public services and with schools that are literally crumbling. And some financial researchers think they know why.
Not the individual people.
Every morning, Daphne Pratcher packs lunch for her daughter Raymia and niece Zuri. Typically, they'd all ride over to the same Memphis, Tennessee school where Daphne works in special education. But in August, their routine turned upside down when the roof of the library at their school, Cummings Elementary, caved in, sending 3 adults to the ER.
The kids have to go to school, so just pray that, you know, from
Teach
day to
them at
day
home.
that
You are a special education. Shut up,
safe.
Shut up.
Since then, the school has been closed. For years now, Memphis students have attended schools with over $500 million in deferred maintenance costs, according to the county school board. A new study offers a clue as to why. Researchers found evidence that Memphis has been harmed by what they call the black tax, a pattern in which cities with more black residents pay higher borrowing costs in the municipal bond market compared to majority white communities, even when credit risk is taken into account. The more black people, the more lenders charge them to borrow less money, and the harder it is to fund projects like schools.
We discovered other.
For years, Reverend Althea Green has fought for more funding on the school board.
I've been in Memphis my entire life. I'm a product of Memphis City Schools. I can remember as a little girl growing up and going to elementary school, this sink is where I went to.
The exact
same sinks.
Professor Matthew Winters studies the black tax. His team believes it has cost Memphis more than $100 million.
The market's behaving as if the presence of these black people in and of itself is something that makes it risky.
We reached out to the major banks underwriting municipal bonds, assigning bond ratings, and the SEC, which regulates them. All declined to comment. But Shelby County Mayor Lee Harris plans to demand answers. How are you going to hold them accountable? That's a major implication. That's a disrespect not just to the county, but to every single black person who lives in it.
I think that's right. I think that's right. We have demonstrated to this community of lenders that we have what it takes, and we just need to make sure that we're treated fairly.
Just 20 minutes down the road, the predominantly white district of Collierville has a higher bond rating and a new $100 million high school. Here in Memphis, Reverend Green continues to fight an uphill battle and put on a brave face.
Don't children who look like me deserve to see better and to go in places that look like the schools look in other areas? But how do we get there?
The question, how do we get there? How do we improve these schools, is the one that was on everyone's minds. folks that I met in Memphis to the researcher who was one of the authors of this study. His recommendation is that for Black majority communities, they need to go to their lenders and start a conversation. Ask them, can you give us some information about comparable cities? What kinds of deals are you giving other people? And push them to give them better and make this a more equitable system.
Such an important report and with generational implications.
Absolutely.
It's good advice there, too.
Antonia Hilton, thank you.
Time now for some financial headlines.
You're absolutely right, Von Erich. It has happened all over the country for decades on end. You know what else has happened all over the country for decades? Black people with money. If black people with money went back and either funded or started local banks for black people. I don't give a damn what they say. This is some bullshit today. If you're going to use our blackness against us, we will use it to fortify us. Take your ass home. Build a goddamn bank. Build a community of people around you who respect you for the fact that you came home and did the right fucking thing by them. Many of these athletes grew up with these same damn people who are struggling in these cities today. They know that this tax exists. They know it's real. They see it. That's why they don't live where their people are. You ain't gonna get a bang for your buck. Not right away. But when you invest in your people, they invest in you. Black people, some of the most loyal people that there are. We are product loyal. We are brand loyal. We are loyal to bullshit even. Given a good enough damn reason to turn a blind eye. Give them a good reason to open both their eyes and possibly their third. What are we doing out here? There are more and more black millionaires because they want you to believe that you are rich. And that's all you gotta be. Ain't gonna let there be more and more as this shit collapses. Because the dollar don't mean shit. It is the debt that financially illiterate people get themselves into. Millionaires, billionaires. Why? Because they have no fucking clue what it is to actually have money. Our billionaire class, sharecroppers, drug dealers, wannabes. I do not mean that without love. I mean it with all the truth that it is. Who the fuck taught you how to actually deal with your money? Nobody. So what did you do? You trusted somebody else and they screwed you and the pooch. Now you're in the same category as the people you've been trying to run the fuck away from. 60+% of us are financially illiterate. Bitch, I'm not one of y'all, but I'm just saying, as a group of people. You picking up what I'm putting down? That includes our elite class of motherfuckers are clueless about how to use a damn dime. Here it is. Banks are folding. China owns America's debt. By and large or in part. The skin folk been helping them siphon off your money for years. It's all been an elaborate illusion to keep your asses blind and confused with the fact that they are going to turn you into debt slaves. Some of y'all are thinking, well, JP, what's the difference between that and how I live today? You will not rest when you want to rest. You understand? You will not make choices of your fucking own. they will own you. Lock, stock, and credit card debt. Student loan debt. Debt. Hey, Sister Enach, how's your spirit? We were just discussing the black tax. In this case, we're talking about the black municipal tax, because apparently cities where they look more like us and less like the predominant You know what? Can we talk about it? They're not even the predominant culture no more. We woke up like this. We run this shit. Who run the world? Black folk. You open your eyes and see it. Even without calling ourselves so-called melanated. Just the ones that they call black around the globe. It's more of us than it is of them. Then when you add the BIPOC community, we're the predominant culture, what they listening to everywhere. They got little Korean kids making Michael Jackson and hip-hop dance videos. Whose culture is winning, motherfucker? You better claim your shit and claim it proudly. And do not let them wipe this off of it. Do you understand me? It's what it was birthed from. It's the reason why it exists. The drum beat is to remind you to fucking fight every damn day. I don't give a damn how you do it. You fight in every way that you can to do what? Not just stay alive, to thrive, to scare these motherfuckers with your peace and happiness. They think it's an illusion that one day you'll do what they did. Turn on everybody. I digress. Listen, ladies, I ain't never said that. I love the song. I think it's great. Can we talk about it, though? These fellas, listen, I told you, prosciutto ham, dude, he gonna fuck your life up. Wait until he gets a hold of some serrano ham. He ain't gonna be done with you. It's a different game out here, if you hadn't already. Be making bone broth. But by the way, why isn't that voodoo? He making bone broth to make pho. How come when the little Vietnamese lady make bone broth, you don't think that that's goddamn voodoo? Well, my beautiful black ass does it though. I'm a witch and shit. What's the difference? Shout out to the wannabes. You want to be me so badly, you will do some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. I mean, seriously, if I spoke on all of you crazy women up in this motherfucker who, stop it. Don't do it. Don't. And if you are, like, find the part of it that's actually natural to you. Do not fake it. Like, I am innately me. It's me. It comes from way down deep inside of here. And as I said earlier, my spirit is so big now, it fills arenas before I even fucking get there. Do you understand? It's a blessing. I am thankful for it. I can see you goofy motherfuckers coming from a mile away, spiritually, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Y'all got some, woo! I do not. I just want a better world for all my damn people. And if you haven't figured out who my people are, that's not my problem. Feeling my Prince energy today, bruh. Do y'all remember when Prince insulted Beyonce? Bruh, I would love to see the Beehive reenact that battle scene with the Prince community. You talking about global warfare? Oh shit! She took that L though. She took it, and she's become a better artist, I believe. They ended up doing a song together, I think, or performing together or something. But at one point, Prince was like, "I ain't performing with that girl. She can't play an instrument. What the hell are you talking about? She is not a musician. She a singer." And he did not say singer. He said singer. But honey, I'm rich on personality. Hey, check it all out. Oh. Even if I have to sing and shout, oh baby, I'm a star. Ooh, might not know it now, baby, but I'm a. Ha-ha! Till I reach the top, singing we are. You know what's funny? All of a sudden, I can't wait to go back to Memphis. I want to go back and I want to find out as much as I can from people in Memphis about things that I learned about in my childhood but never got to explore. I don't give a damn about modern Memphis. I'm going to be honest with y'all. It's a fucking tragedy. We gonna fix it. We gonna fix it. It's a absolute travesty, even, is a better word. A travesty. It's a travesty. But things are improving. The curse has been lifted. Because, okay, so here's the thing, y'all. And I've said this before, and generational curses are a real thing. I said to this, and shout out to a gentleman named Romalis Jones. He was doing a podcast at the time that my cousin Demario's murder took place. He was also an Uber driver, a retired veteran, I believe, and he had some disabilities. We communicated. We spoke in his car. He was giving me a ride from the hospital back to where I was going. The long and the short of it is, though, we spoke then about this darkness that I felt over Memphis the moment that I returned, and every time I went back, right? There's this dark energy. And I said to Mr. Jones, I believe it's the death of Dr. King. The fact that the death of Dr. King happened in Memphis, like spiritually on our watch, that did something to the entire city, you know? So when you talk about a generational curse being lifted, for me, I didn't have that in the first place, but I had that. That darkness over the city that I call home, that I love, that means something to me. And they're still in darkness, but they're coming forward. There's just too many of us who see it, who recognize, who understand that you can break more than just a generational curse inside of your family, right? You can break more than just your personal karma. You can move past so-called fate into your own destiny, walk your own purpose, and you can open up doors for people you never even fucking imagined. Because you stayed on your path, on your journey. I see Judge Joe Brown going to Memphis and running for mayor as one of those blessings in disguise. Oh, when I was in Memphis and I was seeking help and support, I read Judge Joe Brown's record then. My heart was hurting, y'all. Y'all don't understand. I may have misread the man. And Ford too. You have to understand. I had reached out to the National Action Network. I had reached out to the Black Lives Matter people. I had reached out to so many politicians. Just trying to get somebody to look at DeMario's story in the light of day. The man had a birthday one day, a son the next day, and you're telling me he committed suicide in the streets. Make it make sense to me. I will take it if you can make this shit make sense. I looked around. I was like, okay, well, what about the men of name and means in this city? Can they, when you look them up, it's everything they've ever done wrong in society. And you can email them and you can reach out, but you're nobody to these people. So it's like, how do you get somebody to see? This doesn't make sense. There are stories of people lynching themselves in Memphis. I do not mean hanging. I mean they classified it as a lynching and called it a suicide just to goddamn say because the police said so. Because it hit the goddamn blotter report or whatever they call it. Are you fucking kidding me? The media is in cahoots with the rest of these motherfuckers. Come on, don't play along. Pick up your goddamn... I apologize. I never said it all in the light of day. Just fighting for something different every day until I could. And can continue to do it again. Do you know how long it's been? Someone tried to kill me to keep me silent. You understand? Fuck I've been through for my people. Y'all need to make sure you keep checking Judge Joe Brown's food. Get somebody else. Never mind. I'm gonna shut up. I've said more than enough. If you all can't hear, if you're not aware, if you're not awake, you're not listening. You're being taxed for living next to one another. Pretty soon they're going to charge you a happy tax. Okay. It's what YouTube's been doing to me for years. I've give people an opportunity each day to be happy for no good damn reason. Just sit here with me for an hour or two. Sister ENH, girl, you better look out for hour 2 today, honey. But we may not have one. I haven't even had a cookie this morning, and they've been sitting here all morning. But honestly, you can kick it with me for an hour or two. We'll watch some news, some movie clips. Take a couple of tokes of a bong or a pipe and laugh and find some happiness in this shit. See what I mean? How dare such a being exist who's willing to do this? Bring you happiness in the midst of turmoil? What are you talking about? We're to stomp out happiness. Welcome to Monsters, Inc. Mike Wazowski. I gotta get it, go, get it, go, get it, go, get it back. We gotta teach you all how to play nicely with other monsters. Each other, that is. Y'all gonna be spending more and more time together than you think. I'm sure I would need a permission slip from my mom if you... Sister ENH, we gotta get a permission slip from my mama if I go into a third hour these days. Child, the 2.5 hour mark should do... Everybody at the 2.5 hour mark should be like, JP. Dude, I think that's why, like... I've gotten better. Big Rig used to come in and tell me to drop the link like 20 minutes in because I was about to get into some shit. Now it's like 2.5 hours before I'm about to, woo child. It's either going to be money showers or towers, and y'all keep fucking with me and I don't ever get anything, so I just say whatever I want to say. It ended up being towers. People's houses be falling behind something because y'all just be messing with me. If y'all would have left me alone a long time ago, let me grow like every other content creator instead of being out here being a whole bag full of haters. Y'all are a bag full of deep fried dick munching haters. I don't remember who it was who first mentioned the word deep fried dicks to me. A bag of deep fried dicks. That shit was funny, and I've never used it again. But today it's appropriate. Y'all are a bag full of deep fried dick munching haters. Y'all are an embarrassment to black women everywhere. Not just me. Black women around the globe are going to see y'all's content and be like, oh. You all are going to be the reason why black women around the globe change everything. Not me. Y'all. Y'all look like a bunch of fucking fools out here. Buffoons out here. Y'all look like baboons in heat. I swear to God. Listen, when I... Hey, Sister ENH, story time came early. When we lived in Germany, my mom decided to take us to the zoo in the springtime. German zoos are a little bit different. At least they were. They were a little bit more close up, so to speak. So we went at a time when all of the animals were in heat. My mother worked for what they called Army Community Services at the time, or ACS. And they had programs designed for the children, the community, families. We went to theme parks. we did all kinds of things as like military families or team trips and that kind of thing to keep us, one, from getting into trouble, two, to keep us bonded to one another because we were, safer in numbers, and three, because you still want to get out and explore the local community and the world around you. That's the whole point of taking these children abroad in the first damn place, right? So let them get out and see things. But so anyway, we're at this damn zoo, and it's spring, and I mean all the animals are in heat. All of them. Every exhibit that we went to, dude, the baboons' asses were bright red and just like they was just out there on display, shaking it like you hookers be doing up in this space today. Yo, the Mo 3 sector, all y'all asses out there, that's exactly what the fuck y'all look like. Exactly. You all are. But I don't give a fuck what you say about me. I don't. You're doing a disgrace to that man's name as long as you got nothing but your ass on display. Fuck you talking about out here. Y'all weird than a motherfucker out here. How is that some way to if you listen to his music, play the shit, dance a little bit, respectfully. He ain't here no more. Do you want his legacy to be a bunch of drunk high whores? Get the fuck out of here, bruh. I said what the fuck I said. Come see me about it. You won't. Ain't none of y'all woman enough to stand on shit. So you bunch up in little goddamn groups today. Embarrassments. Anyway, back to the humping hyenas and lions and shit. That's all y'all fucking are in this space. A German zoo gone wild. Goddamn. Anyway, the lions are over here getting it in. Turtles was doing the thing. I mean, everywhere you look. My mom, I was the shortest zoo trip I have ever been on in my life, bro. I mean, got to be. I must have been about 13. I was dying. I was cracking up, bruh. I never let my mother live that shit down. That shit was so funny. I was like, boy, you picked the wrong damn time to go to the zoo. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So many children got an understanding of sexual education on the spot. You can't do nothing about that. That was God. Oh, I know my mother was like, God damn, I need a blunt. At that point, she was a weed smoker back in the day. I'm sure she remembered. I know she probably had a cigarette. I was probably right before she stopped smoking, I think. No, after, actually. Man, that was some funny shit to me, dude. I can't. It I just... Von Eric, just imagine you taking your son, your today's son, to the zoo. It's kind of barren and spotty. It's not like here where we put weight. We make it seem like the lions is at home and shit. It wasn't like that. It was like it was like if the lions was there, they was just in the desert. There was no trees, no shade, no shit, no nothing. Okay? Anyway, they just out there dry humping and shit all over the zoo. And my mama was like this I describe my mother's like coloring sometime as like a blonde IPA beer kind of thing. She was kind of pale, okay? She was light skinned. My mother could have passed, especially when she was younger, I'm sure. But my mother could have passed. Her mother could too. But so that meant that she would turn bright ass damn red. Ine, I meant today as in modern. You leave me alone, Ine. Don't make me go. You know what? Let me just go warm up my coffee, put a little bit more candy butter in it, and I'm gonna have to get into it with Sister Ine today. Now, hey, y'all go ahead and hit the link, do that YouTubian thing, share with your communities and whatnot. I'll be right back. Now, Sister Ine, not today. Oh, you just wanna play? You wanna play with me? Okay. You see how she do me, Larry? Larry, I was nice over here and whatnot. I'm telling embarrassing stories about my mama And then this how she do. I tell you, boy, I tell you. What? Now we gonna go ahead and definitely get into this second hour because Sister Enache want to play, and we gonna go ahead. It's gonna be a Sister Enache kind of day. It's the Pretty Girl Tuesday. Sister Enache, you ready? Sister Enache, don't act like you can't hear me. You got me on a special frequency, Sister Enache. Oh, somebody want to play with me today. Oh, no. It's too late now, Enache. Don't you run from me, girl. Don't you run, Enache. I got your number. Ooh, Enache, I got your number. At 55:55, I put my behind back in this chair. You gonna keep on today, Sister Enache. I know you can hear me, Larry. Shiza! Son of a biscuit eater. Hey, you owe me some can of butter and coffee. God damn it. Darn it. Dang it. I know you not. You let my brother flip over tables and whatnot. You bothered about how I speak. I will be not going to do today. Anyway, Sister Enache. Bro, can we talk about the fact that I just washed this sweatsuit because it had coffee in the same damn spots technically? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's not deja vu. It's just damn disrespectful. Mother sucker. Son of a biscuit eater. You know what? Let me go ahead. Speaking of, shout out to my kids. How y'all spirit this morning? Mommy loves you. Hey. My children still call me mommy in private. Okay. Time for another story, Enache. This one's a cute one. A sweet one. Even. Spots give clothes character. Chicks dig scars. And women love distinguishing marks. Now, the first one's all you. The one's common nomenclature, so to speak. But the distinguishing marks. My eldest baby, whom I love with everything inside of him, he got this, y'all can't see him, but anyway. He's got this mole on his nose, right? And he got it through, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was a skateboarding accident. Or skating. He was a little dude. It started out as a boo-boo on his nose. But it turned into a mole because he kept messing with it all the time. Right? It's a very, very beautiful mole right on his nostril. I think it's adorable. It gives him character. It's a distinguishing mark. It sets him apart. And that's what I told him when he was a little dude. I was like, that's what makes you different and handsome. That's what makes you special in your own way. That's your character feature. Right? I didn't explain it like that exactly, but you got to understand. Hell, if it stuck with him, you probably see him in some of these video gaming spaces with a mole on his face. I don't know for sure. I don't get into gaming spaces like that anymore. Now, fast forward to an even cuter story. Similar situation, but it deals with glasses. My youngest niece, who will always remain Miss Six to me because she is the childhood, Miss Six is the childhood embodiment of me. She'll be a story soon. But my niece and I lived around each other from the time that she was 2 to like 6 or 7, right? But it was at the Miss Six stage where she began to have this, she tried to use this Jedi mind trick on us all the time. She tried to tell us that she said that we said something we didn't say. She was like, remember, Auntie? Right, Mommy? You remember. No, you cannot use that mind trick on me, Miss Six. Stop it. And I think she knew that me and my sister was going outside and toking and coming back in and shit. Honest to God, I know she knew I was. I don't care what nobody say. It's medication. And that's why you have to be honest about the shit. Ta-da. Now let's keep going. So anyway, speaking of medication, Miss Six would end up needing glasses, and this is how she got her name, honestly. She would end up needing glasses, and she couldn't stand to wear them, and her mother couldn't figure out how to get her to be comfortable with them. And so I told Miss Six simply, well, Miss Six, your glasses are eye medicine. You gotta help your eyes feel better, and your glasses do that. So you gotta make sure that you wear your glasses all the time. And she had these cute little tomato glasses. That's the name of the company. Shout out to them, because ever since then, Miss Six understood that her glasses were nothing more than eye medicine, and they did not change her or anything about her. They just sat on her face, helping her eyes. She was fine. You just gotta know how to communicate sometimes. And if you forget what it is to be a child, you'll talk to them like kids and treat them like children rather than the human beings that they're going to grow up to be one day. Miss Six will go her own way and do whatever she wants to. She's a handful, child. Woo! She took after her mother more than she took after me, but yeah. Miss Six was amazing. I love them. The relationship and the bond that my nieces and my sons were able to build in those few years that they were together was something that I don't think that I would trade in, despite all of the things that I know today and I knew then. You know what I mean? Thank you, Sister Enej. I don't even know if she'll remember that story, but Miss Six, I love them. They were adorable. She had this thing for my youngest son, like that he and she would have been like the similar of the four children that lived together, right? She was the youngest of the two. He was the youngest of the two. So anyway, she loved her cousin. She just didn't know how to show it. So every now and then she'd just walk up and grab his hand and stand there. She wouldn't look at him. She wouldn't look at anybody else. She'd just stand there and hold his hand. Like, this is my cousin. This is mine. And that was just a beautiful thing to me. Because we were all going through so much at the time. Me trying to get a divorce from their father, my sibling going through her own thing, the children being able to bond with one another was very important. Continues to be. I wish that my fellows would do the right thing and call more often, but they are 20-somethings, and these girls are now tweens. They are still their cousins, though, so I wish that my sister would advocate more and be the go-between. I can't do anything, unfortunately. I would if I could. And that's not entirely true, you know. I will definitely be writing a book about that. Yes, Sister Enej. So, that's how I came here to Tucson. It is Tuesday, so let's talk about Tucson. Tucson turnaround time. Really quickly, guys, please, if you are on Facebook, Instagram, check out Jesus to God. He is a rapper out of the 504, and he lives here in Tucson. Man, he ready to get up out of here as much as I am, but lickety-splicking, we're going to turn this shit around first, okay? Marcus Young is here in Tucson. He does stand-up comedy radio. Shout out to Go Galloway, Gruminati, and the Chocolate Factory. He does everything from sweatsuits. I swear, dude, as soon as I have the means, I am going to buy something from you. He does fantastic retwisting, locks in general. He's got his own spot, barbershop. They chop it up over there. From what I understand it, I've never been. I would go yet anyway. But Sister Enage, I say all that to say, I came to Tucson as a member of AmeriCorps. I did not go back into my career field after my diagnosis. I tried to for a bit, but I was like, you know what, JP, let's just do something entirely different. So I went back to my roots as a military volunteer leader. And from there, I took a job with AmeriCorps. And AmeriCorps, I had options to go to the Boys and Girls Club in Prescott, to go, I think somewhere in Phoenix, and then here in Tucson. And here in Tucson was with Junior Achievement. And I was hired in like a day and a half when it should have taken like a week or something like that. But anyway, just recently I went to the 5th grade. I went back. This time I went as a socialpreneur, so to speak. I got to go and just be a volunteer, not work. What I used to do was put volunteers in schools. I would match them with other volunteers and then put them in schools with teachers and with some assistance from my coworkers, obviously. But anyway, that's what I used to do. So last month, I believe, or the beginning of this one, I went to one of the schools here, and I taught the 5th graders about finances. We got into return on investment. I helped them to understand that their parents make pennies on the dollar that they bring home to them to feed, clothe, and shelter them and give them happiness. We talked about cryptocurrency and all kinds of things. I told them that I exist in this world to give them the opportunity to grow up any way that they want to step out into the world as proud as you can possibly be about how you show up in the world today. You understand what I'm saying? He wants to be a chef. He's 8 or 9, right? Get in the kitchen. Thank you, Sister Enage. In fact, I think that was one of the slogans at Junior Achievement, inspiring. And they had these little capes for Junior Achievement. And I was like, hey, not every hero wears a cape. I watch The Incredibles. I don't wear capes. And under normal circumstances, I don't monologue. This is different. But anyway, okay, so at 9, really just get in there with them. Von Erich, start teaching them, teach him cooking and science simultaneously, and math. If you can get those 3 things in together, then it's gonna stick for him, it'll resonate, and then he can move forward. There's no need, and I'm saying this full fucking heartedly, there's no need to go to culinary school. I went to culinary school because I was going to get my degree. I wanted the letters behind my name for a reason. I was not going to go and be an independent right away. I was going into the corporate world, and you need the letters for that. I knew what I wanted to do. I wasn't going to play independent politics. I wanted to get into the corporate game so I could understand the metrics of the thing, how it moves. And I learned that from the bottom up because I worked for Black corporations. Okay? I worked for Perkins Management Services in North Carolina, honey. Woo! That was a shit show. But I brought them along. You understand what I'm saying? Money was all kinds of discombobulated. Do you know how I turned that program around? Fuck out of here, bruh. I'm a beast when it comes to this shit, okay? Okay. So then I went to go work for Thompson Hospitality. I was technically at one point the food service director or chef at two and a half schools because Norfolk State chef was in and out. That man had like a whole hole in his leg. I had to step up to the plate. I am fresh out of culinary school, but you know what I got? A military background. I know how to organize people. We gonna make this motherfucker move, god damn it. You don't know what you want? I know how to politic you into the right damn thing. I'm not trying to say to you that I'm gonna persuade you to do some shit you don't want to do. But when you come in clueless, bitch, we got to clean this shit up right away. Anyway, I digress. Von Eric, just get into the kitchen with him. Let him explore any foods that he can, right? If there's a particular country that he's in love with, do that. Start with a country that he likes, then do one that he might be curious about or that you're curious about. Make food interactive and a family thing. They do have schools, but the schools are really just designed to teach them this is a carrot, this is a such and such. You can do, you know what I mean? It's rather basic. My kids were already way too grown. My children's palate was too developed to go to the little kids schools that popped up. You got a sister NH. You know I love me some North Carolina too. I got back pocket love for Durham. Thank you for saying that, Von Erich. I appreciate the compliment. I love seeing children jazzed about anything, dude. I love to see people excited. So children jazzed about food that they're not used to. You know, I told you my favorite thing was to make butter. You can do that with any age. You can do it with all ages at one time. And you can do it on scale. You teach them all how to make butter, and then you deal with the science of it at the individual age levels. I'm someone who believes in a Montessori school versus the schools that we have today. I think the schools we have today are like Roma and Miglia, so to speak. There's a name for the way that our children learn today. The environment set up surrounding. Montessori, they're allowed to move more freely throughout the day, throughout the space. And then you do guided learning where they are. That's what we need to do in this space. That's what I do politely, bruh. Like, we're not going to sit here and commiserate about this shit that make us all black or sad or whatever the hell it is. We're going to figure out how to learn something from it. Move forward from it. Raise a nation of cognizant beings. How about that? I will not. I know it's some hussies in this space who will take that, not me. Get it, NH. We get to the 1.5 hour mark though. Anything goes. Let me tell you though, chair dancing will give you some curvature. Y'all, it was a long time I couldn't stand up and dance. I was just dancing in this damn chair. You don't believe me? I have video proof from when I lived the other place on Twitter. I'm disabled. They was like, show you dance. Disabled folks dance too. People was dancing in their wheelchairs and shit. I was like, I sit in this chair and I dance all the time. What? I'm a party unto myself. Ha! This one for us. I really want to do my hair. Yeah, man, at the 1.5 hour mark, woo-hoo! It's Vegas, baby! Oh! Except around here. I mean, it's just us. There's a song, Anything Goes, ain't it? It's an old song. Yeah, Cole Porter. I'm not crazy here. Wait, let's do the Ella Fitzgerald thing. Of course we're going to do the Ella Fitzgerald version. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all better get... Ooh, I'm watching Malcolm X today. I'm gonna try to get my hair done, y'all. Oh, I really don't have an excuse. I have Epsom salt for my bath. I have can of oil. I got can of butter. I have cannabis. I have food, although I could. Hey, today is a good day to donate to the lunch fund. Can we get some lunch money today? If we could get some lunch money for your girl, that would be great. I'm thinking like, I don't know, ceviche. I want something acidic, but wonderfully flavored. Anyway, I'm going to try to get my hair done today, y'all. I have been putting it off, but it's driving me bonkers, dude. I mean, yeah, it's driving me. Like, I just, I hate when my hair just hangs limp like this. It's so lifeless, and I am so full of joy. I just wanna, that's what I wanna do. That hurts though. Shout out to Willow Smith. I can't do it. My neck is still recovering. I got dragged down some stairs, but I want to. Okay, I got it. Welcome to the second hour with JP. Where what? I ain't got good sense, y'all. What you want from me? The best thing you can do is just hate on me. Because I plan on stunting on y'all from here to eternity. You can't help yourselves. Y'all do it anyway. It is 7:11 in the desert, baby. Would it even matter? You'd still be mad at me if I could find in all this a dozen roses, which I would give to you. You'd still be miserable. In reality, I'm gonna be who I be. Honey, I keep whipping my head like that. I'm gonna need some Excedrin, extra strength. It's gonna get me a major migraine, Sister Inez, is what it's gonna get me if I keep acting up, child. Woo! That's alright. I'll put some can of oil on my temples and my dome. I'll be okay. Seriously, put a little bit right up in here. Oh, and let some cool water run over it. Oh man, seriously. I never realized how wonderful it was to have, like, that's one of the reasons why I don't want to do my hair, because I really do, like, every now and then enjoy having cool water just run right down over this spot. But once I do it, then I'm stuck with it, because I'll be damned if I put curls and plaits and all kinds of shit. It's a workout just doing my hair. What are you talking about? I'm disabled out here, people. Oh, shoot. Apologies. It tickled me. I don't care about y'all. I mean, I do, but you know what I'm saying. I make me happy. Shout out to the 713. That's what time it is here in the desert. Welcome back, Mountain Girl. Shout out to the 901, the 9102, and the 912. Shout out to you. I will be back there soon. Listen, y'all, if Memphis is in my heart, Memphis is tattooed on my soul, I have to say, because Savannah does have my heart some. Like, I really love Savannah. It's just such a beautiful city. It's such a beautiful city. You cannot hate me. Oh, y'all can't go with me when I go to Savannah, because y'all a bunch of chickens. A bunch of big old babies led by Miss Big Baby herself, E-H. I went to Savannah last time. Once I went to Savannah, I took friends with me. We went on a ghost tour. Y'all won't go. Y'all won't make it. As soon as we get to the gates of the cemetery, y'all gonna be, I can't go, JP. Take me home. Take me home. Country roads. Take me home. All of a sudden, Mark talking. I mean, my bad. Man, it's some country roads back up there by Hinesville, Port Stewart. It'll make you think that you done went right back to the plantation, honey. Bro, the first time that we drove past them little slave shacks on that back road to Fort Stewart, I was like, where's you taking me? All right, thank you, Mountain Girl. I appreciate you coming, because these other ones, big scary babies. Mountain Girl, child, I've been trying to show movie clips over here. They get scared of it. So seriously, y'all, they just yeah. We gonna leave y'all in Alabama. We driving. We leaving from Arizona, and we headed east, and we gonna leave y'all in Alabama, and then y'all can fly. Well, wait, I don't know. We'll figure it out. When we come back to Memphis, we'll on the way back. That's what we're gonna do. Cause y'all, I don't know why Sweet Home Alabama came to my mind. It went down my head. It went Country Roads and then Sweet Home Alabama. It's just where we at. Yeah, if I was down there, I go to the graveyard. Hey, listen, we got to do some exploring around here. So I kind of got to be here for a little bit, right? Because I got to climb this mountain. And I kind of want to be here for one more October. Then after that, I'm ready to leave this bitch. I'm so sick of Tucson. This is the hell mouth. This is that's the Bible Belt out east. This is the hell mouth. This is where Satan came to breed, or whatever the hell. Anyway. Sugar honey iced tea. Don't judge me, y'all. It is 7:17 in the desert. Hey, I got a phone. I got a package coming today. Yay. Anyway, I knew that was happening. But yeah, y'all, they scary as I ain't never seen. Hey, shout out to Black's Tropical Homestead there in Savannah. I would love to be able to meet up with them. Even though I have an aversion to men named Rob, I make an exception for him. He seemed like a really cool dude. And they had a chicken farm. Now they got so much stuff going on today, I can't even talk about it. But they call their eggs butt nuggets. Y'all a bunch of butt nuggets. Y'all a bunch of big old chicken babies. I told y'all, yeah. I meant that shit. Y'all tripped me out, man. I mean, I was shocked. A bunch of chicken littles just running around. They're not crying wolf, they just crying because of nothing. We ain't even watched nothing scary. I just mentioned something entertaining. Like, woo, woo, woo. Oh, big old spiritual babies. Big wow, wow, wow. Wah, nah, nah, nah. Ah, you crybabies. I mean, I love you though. I do. The devil did not come down to Georgia. That's what it is. Y'all got it backwards. The devil came down to Tucson. He might have passed through Georgia on his way to settle here or some shit like that. Yo, coming up off the coast or something. But real talk, the devil settled in Tucson. Yeah. Yeah. I put money on it.
When he came across this young man sewing on a fiddle and playing it hot, and the devil jumped up on a hickory stump and said, "Boy, let me tell you what. I guess you didn't know it, but I'm a fiddle player too. And if you care to take a dare, I'll make a bet with you. Now you played pretty good fiddle, boy, but give the devil his due. I bet a fiddle of gold against your soul because I think I'm better than you." The boy said, "My name's Johnny, and it might be a sin, but I'll take your bet. You're going to regret it."
Hi, Zinnia. How's your spirit? I think this might be your first time being over here. Nice to see you. How's your spirit? What's going on in your world?
And if you win, you get this shiny fiddle made of gold. But if you lose, the devil gets your soul.
Especially here in Tucson. The land of two sons. Yeah, this is where the Battle of the Bastards is going to take place. The Antichrist and the second, they gonna war right here in Tucson. I'm gonna be up there in that mountain watching it. Everybody gonna be on a different spire and shit. Uh-oh, Sister Inage, it's 7:20 and we are getting close to the 1.5 hour mark, y'all. Better look out, y'all. I'm trying to do the right thing here. Thank you, Sister Zinnia. Now, let me say this. I apologize. I'm looking at your avatar. It looked like a sis. Please forgive me. I can only go about what I see. You're doing well, but how's your spirit? How's that part of you inside of you? Y'all all right? I'm not going to be pushy or aggressive or nothing like that. I just mean, like, you peacefully moving through this existence, or is it topsy-turvy up in this thing? That's what I mean when I ask how's your spirit. It's more about your inner well-being and your overall doing. Aww. Well, I'm sorry to hear that you're tired, Zinnia. On Fridays, we do F Fatigue Friday. I get plenty of fatigue, and I, like you, fight through it. Now remember, though, you gotta rest sometimes. Even God rested, supposedly. I believe that what we say he did in a week, he did in a day. That's my belief. Spirit says someone is going to view a body today. Someone's going to a funeral. My apologies. It's a difficult thing. It's not something that I can really, it's difficult for me. I think I've been to maybe 3 in my lifetime. My cousin's was the hardest because he was just, people were taking pictures, close-ups even, of the scars and things. It's a human thing, though. If you want to understand that thing, look into Victorian culture. Before, we used to do all kinds of things. We did more than just take pictures and have viewings, you know. But so yeah, Yeah, Zinnia, it's a thing, you know, trying to know when to rest and really when to push through. Just trust your inner processing. Whatever it tells you to do. Have more faith in it than you have in the the words, the time around you, so to speak. And if nothing else in you, find a way to laugh, child. It will definitely boost your immune system and your spirit. But shout out, hey Ocean Yummy Love, how's your spirit? I'm going to take a moment to do something that we used to do more frequently than we do today. But today, the spirit and the space seem to be calling for it. Thank you, Zinnia. My cousin passed in 2018 in a police-involved shooting in Memphis, Tennessee. I've been fighting in some way ever since, and I opened up this space mostly to speak my truth to the things that I witness in the world, but yet also to keep his name alive and his memory until we can get some answers, some truth around a lot of things. And so, in so doing, I have a couple of songs that I play, and I give the space over to the Creator and those we've lost along the way. So, if you've lost someone, recently or otherwise, then you just want to uplift in spirit, please feel free to put their name in the chat. But today, this one's specifically for Shipwreck Joe. Lance Reddick, my apologies. I need to take that off of there.
By the time you get this letter, you might be doing better. It's kind of hard trying to survive in all this crazy weather. Everybody wants my number, everybody's calling my name. But in the midst of all of this, I can still hear you say, you don't want one of them good jobs to pass you by, no. And now that you're gone, it still feels like you do. I wish you were here.
Thank you for the anger and the sentiment, Zinnia. I appreciate that. It's been a long journey, but the tide is turning. Officers are going to jail for a host of reasons, and the spotlight is on the city of Memphis like it hasn't been in 50 years or so. So it's time for some growth, change. I don't know that justice will ever arrive in that way, yet something. How can you compensate for a life gone too soon? It's just, you know what I mean? I wish you. Oh, the veil has definitely been lifted, Zinnia. And more importantly, they're here and they are witnessing. They have been for a while. Yet amen. And Zinnia, it has been passing people by, giving it time, you know. It is. God be like, I'm on, come on, y'all, come on. But God's had enough. We all have. You can't keep witnessing the same cycles of abuse and do nothing. That's what it is. I look forward to the day that I can tell DeMario's children the things that I'm doing for them. And I want to tell them directly. There's so many people in their lives who do not have their best interests at heart. They don't even know how to. They still see DeMario as this drug dealing such and so. Because they have no ability to see the humanity. Even after the veil is lifted, because that also means that there's a curtain call on their bullshit, their hypocrisy, their ability to throw someone away because of a stain on their name. One they got just trying to survive. Just paying the black tax of life. That's it. That's all. DeMario didn't have any choice in where he grew up. He may have made a contract with God to come down here to the parents that he did. But Detroit and Memphis, that was somebody else moving him back and forth. Living that life. Putting him in situations at a very young age where he had to make very adult decisions. And you hold him accountable, even in his death. For how others disappointed him. How the dysfunction of this world destroyed his opportunities. And you go... There are people who are so used to being institutionalized that they will vouch for another man's crimes. Do you understand? It's a fucked up world we live in. Nothing is as it seems. The rain's coming. We have an opportunity to stop focusing on the things that separate us and focusing on what makes us the best and greatest and brightest. Bring everybody to that starting line, whatever the cost, and watch generations take off. Legacies, dynasties. Oh, I absolutely love this song, Sister Ine. I first heard it when I was in Memphis with my aunt. It might be the only positive memory I really have. That barbecue hanging out there from that time frame, realistically. Letting her go was one of the hardest things that I had to do. Seriously. Like, if there was anybody that I thought that would be standing beside me when I cut a ribbon on a foundation in honor of my cousin DeMario and his children, I just knew it would be his mother. But you see, the world owes us nothing and everything simultaneously. We may know that to be true, but there are just certain things we can and cannot get done, right? Okay, so you've been beat up by the world. You've been beat up, but you can't expect the world to say, okay, we beat you up enough. We're just going to do right by you just because it's the right thing to do. I don't know why it doesn't work like that. It just doesn't. It hasn't anyway. Jesus. But you know, here's the honest truth. I think it's the reckoning, the understanding that all of these families, given the opportunity with this money, the means to change the lives of themselves and their communities, what have they done? What have they created? Do you understand what I'm saying? To the Floyd family, the Aubrey family, I mean no offense, I mean no harm. This is not a foul on you. And I may be unaware of some things because I pulled myself out of this space entirely. You will not use me, abuse me, because I created a thing and I wouldn't let a couple of people in. You take that, you run with it, but then when you haven't created the right thing, you've done the most terrible things because you have no understanding of how the government works, financial literacy or PPP or any of those fucking things. You want to come to me, I will let you all fall. Because you left so many fucking people behind. 1,000 people a year are murdered in the streets. I don't give a fuck what you say. Ooh, your family got a payday, and what did you do? That's the question. You knew the right people and so on, and I moved out here to turn my life around. When the pandemic hit, I brought family out here to include my aunt and my sons and my cousin. My aunt couldn't be here a day without berating everybody for not doing what she thought that they should do. I'm sorry. You are a guest. You've been welcomed here to stay. Everything is available to you. You have money. I gave it to you. You can come and go as you please. What you're not going to do is disrupt this peace. Ain't no way in hell. That's where I draw the line. This baby right here has seen enough of this shit. Not here. Not now. What I couldn't do was keep her here with me. So when I saw the demon, you see, everyone mask falls at some point. When I saw it, I was like, no, you gotta go. You gotta go. To this day, I'm pretty sure she believes that I called the police on her, but I didn't. My neighbors did. I live in Tucson, Arizona, where black people are 6% of the population. What they are not used to seeing is that Memphian bullshit where you come out here and you just disrespectful for no motherfucking reason. I wish a motherfucker would try me. I don't give a damn who the fuck you is. Not when this is the peace that I created, that I provide, that I took a pay cut. Bitch, I made $16,000 a month when the pandemic hit. Down from $4,000 before I got sick. Stop playing with me out here. Your age, your whatever the hell does not entitle you, does not give you the right to show up any fucking where. And get out of character, come out of pocket. You better act like we motherfucking co-workers in this bitch. It hurt my heart. It really did. But mostly because I heard from my cousin. I heard that my sons had to come between me, her and I. Me and her. This was my favorite aunt. I had already let go of my favorite uncle years ago. That story is public record. I'm sure by now somebody got that background information too. Ask me if I give a good goddamn. There are just some things you won't do. You'll note that I never went to visit him in prison. I don't condone certain shit. I just don't. I can't. I won't. Y'all weird out here to me. You think because the world beat you up, you're supposed to be able to commit highway robbery or whatever the fuck it is. Some of y'all done did some wild shit out here. I don't think so. No, what? I served this country my whole goddamn life. That AmeriCorps pen means I serve too, but trust me, as a wife, a mother, a child out here, I serve this country every goddamn day. Who the hell you think keep their heads on straight when command talk that bullshit? You gotta pull extra duty, you gotta work nights and weekends when you already knew. Come on, man, the one night and weekend I'm supposed to have free, you gonna take that one away from me too? Y'all don't understand. I need to stop streaming because the rain is coming and I'm already a little bit irritable, but I'm gonna be alright. We gonna get through this together. That's what we gonna do. So, let's see. I gotta find something to watch. I said that I was gonna watch Malcolm X, but that's gonna make me angrier. Ooh. Okay, one more story. When I was in college in Tennessee, shout out to University of Tennessee at Martin. When I was in college in Tennessee, I believe it was the Alphas, or it might have been the Alphas and the Qs. A couple of the black fraternal organizations brought higher learning to the movie theater there. Now, what you got to understand is Martin, Tennessee is very, very white and a dry county. You got all of these black students from the school there, and they came up from Lane College too. The police were in the parking lot when the movie was over. That was when I was 18. I saw Malcolm X when I was 16. I lived in Kansas. I popped my shit then. You think I was rebellious? You think I'm rebellious now? Bruh. Child. Woo, this is the tame version of my rebellion. Y'all better look out. I want to play my favorite scene from Game of Thrones right now, but the chicken babies are present. Listen, this is, it shouldn't fill my heart with as much joy as it does. But it does. Um, it's deserved because of the behavior of this particular individual throughout the entire show. At least, so this is a spoiler alert. Yeah, turn away, you big baby. Don't look back and listen in now. Don't get yourself in trouble out here. Don't be blaming me out here, okay? Uh-oh, y'all, we might end up in a third hour situation. It's been a long time since we done did a third hour. Y'all better be careful. Y'all better, okay. Maybe this will get me sleepy or something. All right. I should have put some more can of butter in my coffee. Thank you, Zinnia, for coming through. I appreciate you. I knew folks always. I'm like, hey, someone found us today. Yay! Make sure you share with the community. I appreciate you. Okay, so here we go.
Where's my sister?
Stop him.
Where is she? Where is she? I'm here for the feast. The horse feast.
Come.
Get your hands off me. No one touches the dragon.
Khal, Rahmai,
Khal Drogo. I'm here for the feast.
Tabaki Veka Haman.
Khal Drogo says there is a place for you. Back there.
That is no place for a king.
You are no king.
Keep away from me.
Viserys, please.
There she is.
Put the sword down. They'll kill us all.
They can't kill us. They can't shed blood in their sacred city. But I can. I want what I came for. I want the crown he promised. He bought you, but he never paid for you. Tell him I want what was bargained for, or I'm taking you back. He can keep the baby. I'll cut it out and leave it for him.
Anashilak man rikt mizala. Anavajak man frikin hoshora. Mama kweve afin moriati mai.
What's he saying?
He says yes. You shall have a golden crown that men shall tremble to behold.
Yo, y'all better grab a hold of your soul.
But that was all I wanted. What was promised?
Kurumai.
No! No! You cannot touch me! I am the dragon! I am the dragon! I won my crown!
Look away, Khaleesi.
No.
Danny, tell them. Make them. Make them. No, you can't. Just... Danny, please.
A crown for a king.
Khaleesi.
He was no dragon. Fire cannot kill a dragon.
If you ride to duck.
Bruh. What? Oh, man. It's over, y'all. I'm cleansing the space as we speak. Y'all can turn around. You big chicken babies. You can come on back. Wow, I love that scene, y'all. I'm going back to the song I was going to play. Woo. Okay. It's over. It's over. That's it. But let's talk about it for just a brief minute, okay? If y'all don't know, oh, hush, Ron Erich, you big baby. Listen, anyway, here we go. Here's the thing. You got to understand something. This is why it's so delicious to me. This space started out talking that Game of Thrones shit. Remember, they're talking about all kinds of other games today, but in the beginning, when Kevin Samuels was still here, they was talking that Game of Thrones shit. Well, they forgot that karma always comes back, bitch. Now imagine, there's a Viserys up in this motherfucking space who thinks he got away with a lot of shit. He think he got his, oh, bitch. Bitch, you got me fucked. My father don't play about me. Man. Oh, why you scared to go to sleep? You see, they tried it with the Game of Thrones thing, right? King over there on KWK was, I'm gonna make JP the sacrificial lamb. You can't sacrifice a motherfucker who is not on your team. I am queen unto my other fucking self. You understand me? All by myself. All day, every day. Twice on Sunday. You did. So they wanted to play this game, and they figured because I'm the mother of 3 sons that I must be the Khaleesi. Homie, you got me messed up in this shit. You should have been looking more at the Catelyn Stark story, but not from the show, from the books. She came back from the dead for hers. Ain't no more dying for me. So, but you got me fucked up. Oh, shoot, y'all. Uh-oh. We've been here too long. Sister Enach, run. Run. Oh, it's 2 hours we've been here. We into the 3rd hour, y'all. It's dangerous times out here. It's the Wild Wild West out here. Look out here. Oh, duck. A spiritual team is ready to cut loose. Oh. We have been here for 2 hours. It is 7:54 in the desert, March 21st, 2023. Oh. Oh. Do you know where your gremlins are? Oh. That feels wonderful. Oh. Yes, Von Erich, it's getting gray and ooky out here. No, it's not something wrong with my side. It's just that my muscles are tight. It's why I need like a yoga swing instead of I can't extend myself far enough on a flat surface to like get a full stretch or range of motion anymore. Told you my spirit's too big for my body. Flexibility is an issue. But no, nothing's wrong with my side. It's just like it feels like rubber bands are tightening up, and so I have to stretch periodically. But like I know that ooh, man, this little body is warm, boy. Putting off a whole lot of heat out here. It's not a bad thing. There was a point where like I would be hot up top and ice cold at the bottom. It was weird as shit, bruh. That's how I know she fucked up and did something to my spine. Cause I was like, my legs were there, but I knew that they was doing what they were supposed to do, but it wasn't connecting. The two wasn't. The shit wasn't computing. It was like my legs had a system all they own that just did what they was supposed to do. And I think like for lack of a better way of putting it, or for putting it in a very simple way, there's something that sounds like I apologize, y'all. I'm not like paper fluttering. Hold on. Okay. You know how you get used to hearing a certain thing and you be like, man, what the hell? Okay. So now I'm good. It's a pinwheel. It used to be one of my favorite TV shows when I was a small child. It was Pinwheel. Came on Nickelodeon. Ugh. Apologies. But okay. I need to get my act right together. Let's see. It's 7:57. Woo, y'all better be careful. Don't get on that plane today. Spirit says whoever you are, you're supposed to be on the plane today, don't do it. Take it how it resonates. Let's see. What's I getting ready to do? Oh, figure out what I'm gonna watch. My bad, y'all. Let's see. Where can I send you in the tube? Nope. Nope. Okay, so yeah, it's a bunch of BS out there. Apologies, y'all. I'm sorry. Like, you don't know how much BS. I'm about to tell y'all that Steven Crowder is live. Go check him out. That's how much just nonsensory and sugar and madness is otherwise out here. I don't. That's about the only live interesting thing. And he's usually only live, I think, for like an hour from 7:30 to 8:30 or something like that. I find Steven Crowder interesting because he reminds me very much of the young. He and his team specifically remind me a lot of the cauliflower dudes I grew up with. I mean, they can come off a bit racist. Sometimes they are. Sometimes they aren't. Sometimes they just don't realize that they're saying the wrong fucking thing. But they're human beings just the same, right? And you can tolerate certain shit or not. That's human. So I watch them from time to time. Um, Hold on one second. Huh. Hey! Congratulations to the disabled community. Okay. So here's some fantastic news. If you understand that precedence matters. In the case Perez versus Sturgis Public Schools involved the interplay between two federal laws. The Individuals with Education Act and the Americans with Disability Act. At issue was whether students may sue a school for damages under the ADA when they haven't finished the administrative process required by the previous Mission Act. IDEA. IDEA. The decision may help parents and schools clarify one piece of a Byzantine puzzle of laws that govern the nation's 7.2 million special education students. Experts have predicted it may also give parents more leverage in their negotiation with the schools. Kudos to the Perez family. The Supreme Court got this one right, y'all. I ain't gonna say. This was a unanimous decision, by the way. That's precedence, y'all. That's precedence. Okay, you got me. I'm not crying, but I'm about to. Maybe, maybe not. I'm gonna try hard not to. You know what I'm saying? But that's a blessing. It's difficult. It's difficult enough to navigate this system than to be deaf and have to lean on others to help you communicate. And today's a good day. See? Told you I didn't have to end the stream in order for my spirit to be lifted. Just had to hang out for a bit. It's been 2 hours and 10 minutes here. in the desert. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. Thank you to Mountain Girl, Von Erich, Sister Enach, Zinnia. I appreciate you being new and coming through. I hope I said your name correctly. I apologize, I don't think I asked. Osun Yemi, I appreciate you too. Thank you, everybody who watched this stream now or later. Stay away from the candy, y'all. I can't help it. It's a thing. You didn't have to be here. You could have been anywhere else today. But you gave me 2 hours and 10 minutes of your time. And that's absolutely amazing. We ended on a positive. You couldn't be more positive right now. It means amazing things for so many people in so many spaces. Man. Anyway, thank you guys for being a part of my community. Hey, thank you for sharing this moment with me. It means, as a mother of disabled children, it's a wonderful thing. I don't even know what to say. So, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna figure out what the heck I'm gonna eat. I really ain't got no idea. Now I really don't want to cook. I just want to sing and dance and laugh and shit. Lay around and be peacefully happy. Ew. I just want to lay around and be content that this was a winning moment. A bunch of people are gonna make a lot of noise and celebrate and whatever it is. Disability Twitter's probably gonna light up. Everybody enjoy it. It's a beautiful thing for the community. So yeah, but me, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna eat, lay it down. Me and Larry will probably watch something entertaining, at least. Maybe we'll get into some mess on YouTube because, hey, we've already had a victory today. Now it's time for some gladiator sports. My bad. That was out of pocket. Y'all keep your spirit up. We'll see you in the streams. Love, JP and Larry. Deuces. Mwah! We love y'all.